Are we live?
That is. This isn't. I look so pasty. You look so nice.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna up the saturation like it's 2012.
Whatever.
Bobo, do you want to say hi? This is Bo. We're dog sitting him. He's being very dramatic because I didn't share my toast with him, even though he still has food in his bowl. You're being so dramatic. Okay. I yelled that really loud.
Let's go.
Let's go. Okay. Today, Nathan and I are competing. We are going to try and guess the book based on the 1-star review. So let me fully explain this concept because Nathan did not grasp this concept. Also, it's St. Patrick's Day. So we're both in green. So this is not saying that a book is overall a 1-star book. This is saying that you go into Goodreads and you click on the 1-star reviews and then we read one of the 1-star reviews and then we have to guess.
Authors do exposition because of guys like me.
That was funny. Okay, so we each have 10 1-star reviews or 10 books. Some of them have multiple because they were really funny.
Yeah.
So, do you want to go first to me?
You can go first.
Okay. For a book with such a high Goodreads rating and so many screaming fangirls, I honestly expected blank to be better. I at least expected it to be good. Instead, I was almost sent to sleep by the tragically slow plot and the bland writing. Those two things, along with an unremarkable main character who tried so hard to be remarkable, made for an awful reading experience.
This could really be any
Yeah. So
any book with a male protagonist.
I tried to find a better one, but
Give me the blank's first letter.
R.
Trying to think of books I read with R as a name, and I might have forgotten. Fangirls.
It says that.
Bland.
Do you want another
I feel like
hint?
that's too vague.
It might be too big. You just made a joke about the author.
Darrow? Red Rising?
Yeah.
Oh, I was saying to give me you said blank for
The blank was Red Rising.
Oh,
I was
thought
expecting
blank
the
was.
book to be good.
I thought the
Oh, I'll be more specific.
blank was a name
Sorry.
of a person. So I was like, R with the first name? I don't know.
Your turn.
What a feeble attempt at recreating the Harry Potter magic. Aside from being highly unoriginal and unimaginative, the book grates on your nerves due to frequency of the main character's name, lame attempts at sounding witty. Seriously, I'm supposed to laugh at his observations on Bullman and barnyard animals? Not only did the writer not bother racking his brains to come up with a plot or proper story, choosing instead to recycle key elements of the Harry Potter series, but he also ignored important aspects of a fantasy novel, one of which is the language. I'd also just like to put a premature end to my review because I just realized the fertility of writing one of a book I hated. Weird language at the end.
Will you close this so I look less like a vampire? Well, not all the way, just a little bit. Oh my gosh, did they say that about Percy Jackson?
Yes.
That hurts my
Ding,
feelings
ding,
on a
ding.
personal level. That's upsetting. I was trying really hard to think. I was like,
I want to face you more.
I've never wanted to bill an author for my time before, but I'm finally cutting my losses and putting this book down. I wanted to read something big and epic, a sprawling series about a far-off world that I could barely divine. Instead, I got 3 storylines about moody brooders trapped by circumstance. Hey, sometimes character studies cast against epic scale can be really groovy. Unfortunately, they mostly look at their hands and wonder if they should do something. The biggest issue is pacing. All the pacing. Characters constantly pacing around and doing nothing.
Gonna say The Way of Kings?
Yeah!
That's
All
really
the
funny.
pacing around.
It's not that
They're always
bad.
looking at their hands.
They don't do that.
Do they look at their hands a lot?
Not really. Not that I remember.
That's funny.
I mean, that was like 5 books ago at this point for me.
That's a good point.
That's really funny, though. The off-war, like, big, expansive world. I was like, yeah, that's gonna... The different viewpoints, broody. There's some broody characters.
Broody brooders.
You love a broody guy. All right. So with this one, there was another 1-star review that I can read from memory if you don't get this one.
Okay.
The history essay the professor gave you 6 months for, but you actually wrote it in a single Adderall-fueled night.
I put this one down.
What is it? It's funny we saw the same one.
Iron Flame?
Iron Flame, yeah.
I should have said don't do ones that we both read because that really narrows it down. But yeah, I put that one. What was the other one you were going to say?
The coochie one.
Yeah.
Even in a war, Violet still had time to shave her coochie.
My other one for that one was, not gonna lie, this book made me embarrassed that I liked the first one. I'll be taking no questions at this time. Okay, ask me a different one and then I'll skip that one when I get to it.
All right. I think I was going to trick you with this one when I selected it.
Okay.
DNF. And skimmed to find out the ending. It was unnecessarily long. I think I learned more about the bees than the plot itself. Clown emoji. The blank character's internal monologue, instead of making me empathize with her, made me hate her character. I still don't understand why she decided to jump into blanks of another character's name's life, knowing that she was filling the void of a mother, but at the same time didn't want to be romantically involved with other character. It doesn't make sense. There's one more paragraph.
Oh my gosh.
She is the most judgmental person there is, but gets indignant when she is criticized. She is a very difficult field, but she is the only one who can heal. By doing what? Cooking a few snacks and meddling in other people's lives?
Okay, I think I should get like 2 or 3 guesses since I've read so many. My first guess is lessons in chemistry. Okay. Getting involved with... Okay, so a love triangle, kind of, I guess.
Getting involved with a...
one character knowing that
characters... So this character, I'm pretty sure it's the son of the other main character.
Oh, getting involved in the person's life knowing that she was going to become a mother even though she didn't really want to be involved. Oh, that sucks. Okay, so like a single dad situation?
Mm-hmm.
That does not narrow it down very far. Okay, give me a second. Making snacks. You know, what's funny is actually I think of Measure of a Man. Is it Measure of a Man?
Yeah! I was like, let me throw her off by getting like a fanfic in there.
I can't believe I got that. I was like, you know, sounds a lot like Hermione.
That's so funny. Good job. I'm impressed.
I'm impressed with me too, actually.
If I do stump her on any, it's gonna be this one.
I'm proud of myself.
Good job. That was really funny.
She's very judgmental, but Hermione's always judgmental. That's a great read, Measure of a Man. Longer than War and Peace, and I read that whole thing. And I think it's kind of a lot to say that she doesn't want to be in a romantic relationship with Draco. I think neither of them... Anyways.
Well, she DNF'd it, so she probably didn't get to the romance.
True. Okay. Skipping Iron Flame. Okay. This one's kind of a long one. It's really, really good. This book is hampered by several weaknesses. It is too long and repetitive, which makes you wish for a fast forward. Whilst the previous books had some good writing from time to time, in this, the good bits are further apart. Portions of characters' plotline are okay. Plot resolutions are explained ahead of time, so by the time the resolution arrives, it is not very surprising or exciting. Characters' development consists of angsty doubt followed by a resolution to stop being angsty. There's a certain amount of exploration into whether the end justifies the means, where the characters resist the dark side about as much as Anakin Skywalker. Not much. The worst fault of this book is that portions of it is devoted to religious preaching. Much like the third book in the Ender's Game series, this is devoted in part to what can only be described as apologetics for religion, highlighting the virtues of blind faith in some Sort of bizarre Pascal's wager.
Is this a second or third book?
Mm-hmm.
Is it Oathbringer?
Mm-mm.
Words of Radiance? Is it still in?
It's
Okay,
not in Way of Kings.
Um, is it in the Red Rising series?
It's Brandon Sanderson.
Oh, is it in Mistborn?
Which one?
Well of Ascension?
No. It's The Hero of Ages, the third
Mm.
one. Which I didn't read, but it does sound like a lot. Even in the first one, there's a lot of religious talk.
I mean, yeah, the world is very religious.
Okay.
That was good.
That was a good one. They resist the dark side about as much as Anakin Skywalker. Not much.
Time of death, 46%. Thank you, Wanker Cowboy. You're dismissed.
Is that it?
To everyone who said it was great, I hope you will forgive me, but I found this book cringy and boring. I couldn't care less about the supposedly sexy cowboy with a ponytail.
Ooh.
A ponytail. It's 2023, maybe a mustache too, and his princess. Their chemistry was non-existent, and the guy was annoying and disgusting. He didn't even know her yet, and he was already having an inner monologue about her cherry lips around his redacted. Can't say that. Good job.
As soon as you said cowboy with a ponytail. It's not a ponytail, it's a man bun, and it's really hot, and that's what lust is. You know? That's
Not knowing somebody and wanting them. That is quite
She's
definite.
Hot. That's upsetting. I don't forgive that person. Rhett is perfect. Okay. This person's quoting the book. His groans of pleasure drowned out the sounds of the injured and dying. And there, that is all.
That's a book I've read. Have we both read it? It's Makatar. It's so stupid. Which one?
Wings in Ruin. When they do it like in the middle of the
So stupid. I mean, a great line to prove you're 1 star.
Yeah, that's a great line. I remember I was like, no, they're not. They won't. They did.
Okay, next one. The main character literally can't wear any underwear because his dick is too big.
Can't wear any underwear because his dick is too big? That doesn't make any sense. But, I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is Heartless. No? Okay. I'm trying to think of ones where no underwear is like a thing. Can't wear underwear. That's the whole review?
Well, it says one of the characters' names
Oh, yeah.
with 4 question marks.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Just take them off. Can't wear because... Give me a hint.
I mean, it's in line with ACOTAR.
Is it Crescent City?
Which one?
The second one?
The third one.
Oh.
It says Hunt literally can't wear any underwear. I don't know if that's a joke in the book or something.
I thought it meant she couldn't wear underwear because his dick was too big. Not he couldn't wear because his... I mean, it wouldn't have helped. But that is true. It's just too big for mortal. Okay. This one has 2. So the first one says, I'm a second away from dousing myself in gasoline and lighting myself on fire so I never have to look at this book again. And then this person said, here's a drinking game for this book. Drink every time. A shiver went down my spine. My knees buckled. In a heartbeat or a heartbeat later. I would never be able to paint it. Male/female. Smirk, snarl, prowl, purr.
It's gonna be an ACOTAR. I'm gonna guess the second one.
The first one.
Okay. I was gonna say the first or the second one. She's having all the trauma. I can't paint it.
Yeah.
That's funny. This book was not my cup of tea. I went into this expecting a romance that rivaled the classic 90s rom-coms that I adore, and I'm sad to report it did not deliver. Thank you, Random House Publishing Group, and I'm assuming this isn't a spoiler. NetGalley for an ARC in exchange for an honest review.
Oh, that's just saying that they're an influencer, and Gallery like can send us out advanced reader copies. Usually not for such a shitty review though. Expecting a 90s rom-com. Oh. Well, I immediately think of You Again.
Correct.
Okay, sweet. Because that's based on...
the cover just looks like a movie poster.
It's based on... When Harry Met Sally? It's something based on a 90s rom-com.
Yeah.
That was cool. A good book. But, I mean, maybe it was really good to me because I also haven't seen When Harry Met Sally. So I didn't really have expectations other than it'd be cute. And the cover's pretty.
Very pretty cover.
As if the simplistic and telly writing in this book weren't bad enough, we also have to contend with some truly atrocious pacing, inconsistent characterization, logic gaps out the wazoo, a Gary Stew of a main character, and an ending that kicks this book into whole new levels of what the fuckery. Who's Gary Stew? Gary Stew is like Mary Sue. She's bland.
This is like a YA. I'm assuming it's a book I read a couple years ago.
You've read it in the last couple of years.
Did you also read it? Maze Runner?
Yeah.
Nice.
That is a good way to describe the ending of that book, though. I remember I liked the second book way more than the first book. The first book I was like, oh. It was for boys. It was for 12-year-old boys, you know? The rest of them were better.
That's why I thought it was sick.
Yeah.
So,
what are you chewing on?
It's got his toy.
Are you eating it? Hi.
This review is really long, but I want to see if you can guess it off of the trigger warnings.
Oh my gosh, that's a good one.
And there's I can zoom it in and show you the picture that they attached.
That's funny.
Trigger warnings: pedophilia, drugs, abortion, emotional cheating, adultery, alcoholism, abusive relationship, and many more. Did I mention the book traumatized me?
Is it Ends With Us?
And then it's a picture of Stewie.
It Ends With Us? Really? Okay. Pedophilia. Same again?
Pedophilia, drugs.
Drugs.
Heavy on the drugs. Abortion, emotional cheating, adultery, alcoholism, heavy on the alcoholism, abusive relationship, and many more.
Oh, Daisy Jones in the Six?
Yeah, I was like, from what I remember from the TV show.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was emphasizing. Bless you.
Yeah, It Ends With Us is what I thought of because of like the cheating, but then like the couple at the beginning, like he's 18 and she's like 16, and some people get really upset about that. They're both in high school. I don't know the rules of that, but it's one of those things with Colleen Hoover where it's like, but you didn't have to. Like in Ugly Love, his past love interest was his stepsister, and it's just like, but why'd you do that?
You controlled.
That didn't help. That didn't add anything to the plot.
Yeah, it makes me wonder what goes on in authors' brains sometimes. They flew too close to the sun.
But the smut's great. This is a lot. This is the equivalent of watching your favorite pitcher 20 years past his prime drag his beer gut and 60 extra pounds out to the mound for 3 innings once a week where he inevitably gets hammered for 10 plus runs every time. Why do you do it? Why do you go watch? Because you loved him in his prime. The thrills and chills of his peak seem like a distant memory. All you can do is watch as he lumbers around delaying the inevitable.
I don't want to mess up the name of it.
Okay.
Is it Iron Gold?
No, but I think it's one of
the Red Rising books. It's probably Iron Gold, Dark Age, or Lightbringer. Like the
Lightbringer.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna be the ones that are after the time jump.
Yeah.
That's very accurate. That's really funny. How did they give that a 1 star? That's crazy. That was a great book. All right. Yawn. I'm really sad I wasted my time on this romance that was completely overhyped. IMO. I can't really describe what turned me off on the story, but I just could not get into blank and blank budding relationship as they both make a bet and write stories. I was just explaining the plot.
Beach read.
Yeah, sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Should not have said that.
It's alright. That upset. Beach read is.
I remember you really liking that.
Okay, this one has 2. The first one is just Money That Tight, author's name.
What's that supposed to mean?
Like, money's that tight, you wrote this.
Oh, that's funny.
Do you want to guess from that or do you want the next one?
Let me try. So this is probably like a book that probably didn't need to be written. It's in a series, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Both of us have read it?
Mm-mm. Do you want the other?
Yeah.
What is up with the nostalgia train of unoriginal, half-baked, contrived BS lately? It seems to be a theme because writers in television, film, and now books can't seem to recapture the glory days of storytelling, so they revert to what's sold in the past, not understanding the audience has grown up to, and with it our expectations. To clarify, I've read parts of this series, but I haven't read the book that this review is for.
Is it the new Percy Jackson, Chalice of Gods?
Money That Tight, Riordan?
The growing up part.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I feel like I really liked it because I think it brought me back to the original books, but that person obviously had a different view on it, and that's fair.
Yeah.
Holy F word, these people, the person in quotes, are pushing 40 and they act like this.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh no. What comes to mind is things we never got over.
Wait, say another book of that series.
Things we hide from the light, things we left behind.
Second one, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
Sometimes
funny.
they're like, oh, this person's 36, and I'm like, oh, maybe you should be a little bit more mature then. That's funny. Oh, I knew the characters immediately. Okay. It was when the thief and the mage pulled out a whiteboard and started drawing a flowchart of how to conquer the fantasy kingdom that I realized, wait, I'm just reading some sad bastard's D&D campaign. I'm not sure what purpose fiction serves, but I'm positive this is not it.
Name of the Wind?
No.
Damn. Say it one more time.
It was when the thief and the mage pulled out a whiteboard and started drawing a flowchart of how to conquer the fantasy kingdom.
This is the first Mistborn, the Final Empire. Yes. Oh my gosh. Because there's something similar that happens, but not really in Name of the Wind. But that literally, like, I don't know what it was about that scene, but I could literally see it like almost like a comedy sketch.
Yes.
Like when I was reading that in my brain, the movie that was playing in my head was so funny.
Also, the creaky wheels of the whiteboard. They're like, we don't have.
Kelsey is like, damn
we don't
it.
even have ink pens.
It's alrighty. Can you guys get me another one? Oh, that would be funny.
Do you have one more, or was that it?
Let me see. You skipped one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the last one.
Okay.
Okay, this is another one where I thought I was going to throw you off.
Okay.
I'm surprised this book got so many good reviews. Personally, I was disappointed. It gives you another perspective on the many faces of this character, but it ended up being more like diary entries from a 14-year-old girl. Why won't he love me? Why won't he marry me? Why am I so miserable? Why is he so distant? I wanted to hear facts and stories of her time blank, but instead, all I got was a damsel in distress act.
Well, it has to be the second book in a series, right? Oh, so it's a fan fiction. What? If it's offering more perspective on a character, how is that character not exist?
I'm like, I'm laughing because I'm a little messed up. It's a little dark humor why I'm laughing.
Oh, brother.
It's really not funny.
Okay. Why won't he marry me? Why am I so miserable? I mean, Never by Jessa Hastings felt like that, but it wasn't so much the marrying part.
I think more something actually happened in real life.
Something happened in real life.
Mm-hmm. Smurges two sides of what you like: books and murder mystery. Might have been a while since you've read this book.
Oh, is it Phantom Prince?
Yes.
Oh, that's mean.
Ted Bundy.
Yeah.
I'm laughing because it's funny that I got you with that, not that this what happened is funny. Just wanted to make that clear.
Yeah.
Don't cancel me.
I was not expecting a nonfiction at all.
That's where I think I stumped you.
Yep. I think I win. I wasn't keeping score.
You can go back and edit the score, but you win.
Yeah.
That was really fun.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.